Welcome to the 2011 Summit. As you know, Right Now's mission is to rid the world of bad experiences, which we do by powering great experiences. And we trust that this event will be a great experience for you. We have more than 1,000 people in the room, and this client attendance is up over 50% from last year, making this one of the biggest CX events in the industry. It's great to see you all here, new faces and old familiar faces, and I just want to welcome you and thank you for joining us. To all of our clients, I want to send a heartfelt thank you for your ongoing support, and thank you also to our sponsors who helped put on this great event. We want to highlight our platinum sponsors, Amber Leaf, IBM, Interactive Intelligence, Pervasive, and Volt Delta. I'm excited about this keynote this morning because I'll get a chance to, and I'll get to that in just a minute, but first I want to address the announcement we made yesterday. On October 24th, we announced that we've entered into an agreement to be acquired by Oracle. We're proud to add our leading customer service cloud offerings to the Oracle public cloud. Oracle is moving aggressively to offer customers a full range of cloud solutions, and Right Now's solution is an important addition. Together, Oracle and Right Now can enable a superior customer experience at every contact across every channel. I'm incredibly excited about this combination and the joint resources we'll bring to rid the world of bad experiences in even bigger and broader ways. This announcement is yet another example of the huge impact that our focus on customer experience is having on the industry and on our business, and I thank you for being part of it. As we've sat at the forefront of customer experience, it's been amazing to see what has happened since we introduced the world's first CX suite from this very stage 2 years ago. We're witnessing an incredible acceleration of customer experience as the critical business imperative, with organizations across the globe transforming their businesses around customer experience. And while vendors are scrambling to address this growing segment, Right Now still sits in a leadership position with a fully integrated solution with deep expertise to meet your needs today and into the future. And today, I want to share our vision for the future of customer experience and help you lay the foundation not only for surviving, but thriving as we go forward. But first, I'll tell you about some exciting innovations we're introducing here at the Summit. Every year, we look for new ways to bring more value and more innovation. As such, I'm thrilled to introduce an exciting new capability in our Powering Great Experiences app. You have cards on the table, you can download it. We have versions available for both iOS and Android. The PGX app is much more than simply a digital conference pack. It's an example of the ease with which brands will engage with consumers in the years to come. On the homepage, you'll see a full array of service options, mobile chat and self-service via Twitter, and if you tap on the CX button, you'll find more choices. Agent-assisted service via email or phone, and self-service via the knowledge base. This is our Right Now CX solution at work, powering great experiences for you here at the Summit. Whether you're looking for the right breakout session, or trying to find dinner, or want to sync up with a partner, use this to get in touch with us, chat with us, tweet us, email us, call us, and we'll help you out. And something else I'm really excited about, the contact center powering this app is running here at the Summit from the Right Now booth in the pavilion. In fact, let's cut to the pavilion and take a look. There's David Vapp, our Chief Solutions Officer.
Good morning, Greg. Good morning, everybody.
And he's over there with Chaz, one of our Summit Contact Center agents. Hello, David.
Hello. It's great to be with you from the pavilion here. You should see this contact center. It's incredible. It's a contact center of the future. We've got everything running here.
Hey, David, is that the Right Now CX powering that contact center?
Oh, absolutely. This is a full-blown implementation. It's got all the bells and whistles. We've got contextual workspaces, we've got guided assistance, we've got scripting, and we've got Chaz here working looks like he's working a chat incident. How's this going, Chaz?
It's going really well.
Who are you chatting with this morning?
I'm chatting with Karen this morning.
Nice. And it's really impressive to see the 12-second response time this team has given to everyone at the conference.
Okay. Hey, David, what's the most popular channel you're seeing this morning?
Let me check with Chaz on that.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of chats come in.
And how about Twitter? You seeing some Twitter volume as well?
Yes, people are very excited about the conference.
Yeah, this crowd, I suspect we'll see some tweeting going on as well.
Okay. Thanks, David and Chaz. Appreciate that. And make sure you get over and check this out. The contact center, as we said, is live in the pavilion right next door. The integration of CX into the PGX app is just the kind of mobile experience we all need to deliver to meet customer demand, and everyone in this room can do it today. This is why I'm so excited about our announcement we're making here at the event of Right Now CX for mobile apps. As we all know, apps are rapidly emerging as the preferred customer interaction point with brands of all types. However, the majority of apps are devoid of meaningful service capabilities. Right Now CX for mobile apps addresses this. It allows brands to easily add fully featured multi-channel service to any mobile app, a CX button for your app, if you will. And you can do this today as a Right Now client. All of the capabilities in Right Now CX can be part of your apps, including knowledge base, self-service, chat, email, feedback, and Twitter help. And speaking of Twitter, I'm sure you noticed the Twitter CX button in the PGX app. This is a demonstration of another new innovative capability we announced here at the show, Right Now CX for Twitter. This is a new capability that expands Twitter as a service channel. With CX for Twitter, consumers can simply tweet a question using a brand-specific hashtag. CX for Twitter calls the brand's Right Now knowledge base and automatically returns an answer. The entire customer and brand engagement happens automatically within Twitter. This allows increasingly mobile and social consumers to get instant service wherever they are, and allows you to answer even more queries via self-service, taking some of the load off your agents for monitoring or responding to the Twitter stream. Both Right Now CX for mobile apps and Right Now CX for Twitter will be available to you as a Right Now client free of charge. And these capabilities are fast and easy to put into action with our comprehensive toolkits that accelerate implementation and allow you to leverage Right Now CX quickly to take advantage of consumer trends and opportunities. Please visit our booth and sign up if you're interested in receiving these free toolkits. I encourage you all to take advantage of these new capabilities to meet the ever-evolving needs of the empowered consumer. CX innovation is accelerating at an incredible pace and will only continue to do so. And today, I'd like to share my vision for the future of customer experience. I want to help you prepare for this future and help you understand where your consumers and competitors are going and how we'll help you stay at the forefront, because customer experience matters so much to the survival of our businesses. The business impact of CX is foundational. It helps us solve the most pressing business challenges of consumer acquisition, retention, and increased operational efficiency. Customer experience is today's competitive battlefield, and over the next decade, clear winners and losers will emerge. Despite acknowledgement of customer experience as the critical business imperative, there remains a substantial gap between organizations that know how to transform their businesses through customer experience and those that don't. Those that do will define the next generation of powerhouse brands. Those that don't will fade into obscurity. We are here to ensure that you're on the winning side. Maintaining customer experience excellence and ultimately brand leadership requires staying ahead, relentlessly accelerating rate of change. The critical sticking point for many brands is keeping pace with consumer expectations. And as hard as consumers are to please today, they're about to get much tougher. I want to set a vision for the future. Fasten your seatbelts.
We see a day beyond channels, beyond devices, beyond agents, beyond personalization. We see a future, the era of customer experience.
Invite Luke and Azadeh to lunch. Set reminder, shop at Nordstrom. Call service agent.
Hello, Mr. Smith. My name is Simon. I see you're due for an oil change. Should we pick up the car at the usual location?
Not today, Simon. Looks like I'll be traveling. I'll need something around 11:30. Here's my new location.
Thank you, sir. We see the new pickup location. Would you like a rental or car service to the airport?
I think car service will be great.
Excellent. We'll be picking up your car and have arranged for a car service to take you to the airport at 11:30, 310 Main Avenue.
Excellent. Dial Nordstrom.
Hello, Mr. Smith. This is Laura, your personal shopper. It's been a couple weeks since your last in-store visit. How can I help you?
My anniversary's coming up, and I'll need some ideas for a cocktail dress for my wife.
Your anniversary is coming up in 2 days. We see your wife has shopped with you in the past and have all of her information. I will send a few collections over for your review. We will have a selection to you within the hour.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Pamela.
Hi, Pamela. I'm a little worried I'm going to miss my flight.
I'm so sorry about that. What is your flight number? Well, based on your location, and assuming you are traveling by car, what I'm seeing on the reports on the speed of traffic from I-4 and the on-time status for your outbound flight to Washington Dulles, I would agree that you are probably going to miss your flight. Would you like to rebook?
How much?
Are you asking how late you will be for the flight, or how much your cost will be?
The cost of flight.
Let me check for you. The rebooking fee is $250. In addition to the rebooking fee, the airline will charge a difference in fare fee if applicable. The next available flight on your current airline will be in 3 hours' time that gets into Washington at 11 p.m. Do you want to look at other flight options?
Yes, that's going to be a little late for me. Can you look at another one?
Okay. We have 2 flights with earlier arrival times. I'm displaying them now for your selection. I can give you a fare difference for a new booking after you make a selection, and I compare that against your current booking. Okay, if you can give me your current confirmation number, I can get this booked for you. You can type in the confirmation number, or if you have your boarding pass on your device, I can retrieve it for you.
Oh, you can retrieve it.
I found the flight. The difference in fare will be $304 in addition to the rebooking fee. Would you like to go ahead with the transaction?
Okay, go ahead.
I now have access to your Blue Skies account number. Would you like me to use your credit card number on file?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're done. I'm going to send the booking confirmation to you. You will now be flying on a different airline, so please make sure that you check in at Terminal B 30 minutes prior to your flight. I don't see a United Membership Rewards number on your account, Mr. Smith. Do you have a membership number?
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Smith, we are all but done. Thanks for your business, and have a safe flight to Washington Dulles.
Thank you.
Welcome to the future of customer experience.
So what did this show us? A day in the life of a consumer in the future. And the expectations that consumers have of us in the future have striking implications for our brands. Let me break down 4 critical elements. I'll detail each one and what it means for our businesses. As I go through these elements, please keep in mind that we need to begin preparing for this future today. This future will be here before we know it. And only those brands with a strong consumer experience foundation in place and the agility and acumen to react swiftly will emerge victorious from the customer experience battlefield. The first fact we need to know about the future is that channels become invisible. Yes, we'll still interact with consumers over the phone, email, chat, and social networks, and channels that haven't even emerged yet. But to the consumer, channels will become invisible. They'll move in and out of channels without registering it or distinguishing between them as they engage fluidly with the brand's most appropriate fashion for their circumstance at that moment in time. So to be a great CX practitioner, we'll need to be able to manage conversations rather than incidents. From the consumer's perspective, we'll simply be having a conversation with them wherever and however it's most convenient for them. And we'll need to be able to participate fully in the conversation with a complete understanding of the history and the context. Just like if I speak with a friend and then pick up the conversation the next day by calling them at their office with a cell phone because I know they're at work. And we'll need to enable customers to switch between channels effortlessly. This means seamlessly picking up the conversation when customers contact us. Let me share some of the capabilities required to enable this first element. The future will require our customer experience platforms to capture the entire conversation with the customer. That means all the incidents and channels in one place, and enable us to switch between channels effortlessly, both when consumers contact us and when we contact them. Any agent will need to be able to effortlessly drop into a conversation with full contextual awareness. And we'll also need the ability to incorporate speech to text, text to speech, and even video to text in the conversation history. And in a sense, as an industry, we need to move beyond multi-channel support to fully cross-channel interactions. The second thing about the future that will bring unprecedented consumer insights via all these devices, we call that device aware. Let me explain. Over the last few years, we've seen an exponential growth in the number and types of devices, and this will only accelerate. We will see device proliferation into new settings, devices that belong to consumers. They'll be throughout homes, in vehicles, new mobile devices that consumers will carry with them, and devices that belong to organizations in our places of business, stores, airports, financial institutions, schools. Consumers will use these devices and expect them to understand their needs. We must also expect that these devices will be fully connected by default, which means our consumers will be constantly connected. And just like channels, consumers will move fluidly between devices without even thinking about it. And the most compelling fact about the future, devices will provide us with unprecedented insights into consumer behaviors and needs. The great CX practitioners will use this insight during interactions to determine where the customer is and what they're doing, and tailor the specific interaction accordingly. For example, the device tells us that Mr. Smith is traveling at 70 miles an hour across the Bay Bridge. Then we know that audio is the only appropriate engagement style, and that we can't ask Mr. Smith to pull out his credit card. Versus Mr. Smith has been stationary at his home for the last 45 minutes and is engaging via his iMac. The agent then knows that prompting Mr. Smith for an interactive video session might be appropriate. What we will need to be able to take advantage of these exciting richness of consumer insight is in the following list. Our customer experience solutions will need to become device aware. We will need to leverage the deeper insights that these devices provide about our consumers and improve the customer experience. The third point about the future is that agents are everywhere. Consumers just want help when and where they need it. They don't care about agents, honestly, especially where they are or who they are, as long as they're knowledgeable, courteous, and helpful. We will always have staff that engages directly with consumers. But in the future, Gone will be the traditional contact center that houses all of our agents. Agents can be anywhere. They'll be spread all over the world, working from the location that best suits them. Work at home and beyond work at home. And agents can be anywhere. Other employees within an organization, and even virtual agents. Agents can even be members of our extended social networks. Our best agent might be a personal shopper on the show floor, or even a power user. And how will we enable these agent strategies of the future? Well, first, our customer experience platforms must extend our contact centers socially, allowing our most loyal customers to act as agents. Second, they will need to incorporate next-generation virtual assistants that are so good customers won't even know they aren't a real person. And finally, they will need to facilitate alternative agent strategies, including work at home and work from anywhere, which helps us retain our best staff and improve the environment. The fourth and last point about the future is that service gets personal. For a decade, we've talked about personalization in relation to e-commerce and marketing. It's time to take personalization beyond shopping cart to what has significant influence on purchase and repurchase decisions, and that's service. Consumers want genuine intimacy and real relationships with their trusted brands. What this means is that the best CX practitioners will know what their customers want before they do. For example, every time a customer contacts us, we'll need to understand if the customer has intent to purchase, complain, or want service, and for what product, and then route their inquiry in the most appropriate way and respond the first time with all the information that fully addresses their desired intent. And we'll need to do this for every single interaction. It also means taking our understanding of intent and combining it with everything else we know about the customer to deliver proactive and hyper-personalized interactions. Let's take a look at how we enable this. First, our customer experience platforms must identify our customers the instant they contact us. They also will employ next-generation real-time predictive analytics that serve up the most relevant content and prompt us for the best action. And we'll need to understand and act on the intent of the customer in all interactions. We might glean intent from the words they use, their recent purchases, or similar behavior exhibited by like-minded customers. What we saw in the future leads us to an important observation. The technology industry has wrongly attributed service to problem resolution, which is out of touch with the perspective and demands of the consumer, where service encapsulates all that consumers want and need from a brand. As we watched the video, we wondered, was this a service interaction? Or was it marketing? Or was it sales or commerce? It's hard to draw the lines, and that's the point. Consumers don't want us to market to them or sell to them. They want us to understand them and be there with the right information at their moments of need. And in the future, and now, service is marketing, service is sales, service builds your brand. Personally, as a consumer, I'm really excited about this future. I think it'd be great if the firms I work with really knew my needs. As a business leader, honestly, it's frankly somewhat daunting. We know the implications today of delivering a bad experience. How much worse will they be in the future as the bar continues to rise? We must take action to keep pace with this empowered consumer and the fast-moving marketplace. Neither will wait for us. Now, you all know I'm kind of a pragmatic guy. So last year, I gave you a list of 6 foundational steps every business needed to take immediately to dramatically improve the customer experience and deliver more value. These items are still the critical items to build a foundation for the future. And this year, there's one additional item I'd like to add to the list. Number 7, understand and act on consumer intent. Consumers are broadcasting their intent when they visit your site or use the search box. They are telling you exactly what they need and what they expect from your business. If you can understand and deliver relevant experiences, you will increase customer satisfaction and strengthen your relationships. and an understanding of true intent allows you to discover when there is intent to purchase and drive increased revenue. This is why we acquired an integrated intent guide earlier this year. We'll be integrating this intent discovery capability across all channels within our solution. Many of you have responded to the list I gave you last year and are seeing impact on your customer experience and business goals. I'd like to explore this. I've invited several pioneering CX practitioners from among our clients to explain how they've taken action on these items and the value it's provided. So, number one, remember, was go mobile. We must meet the needs of constantly connected mobile consumers. Please welcome Zoe Silver, Director of Customer Experience at Blurb, a fast-growing company out of the Valley who provides a platform for creating and publishing bookstore quality books.
Hi, Greg.
Yeah. So Blurb has a real commitment to customer experience. You can see that in Zoe's title. So why is mobile important to your customer experiences?
Well, we create a custom product, so it's something that our customers are extremely, have a very strong emotional attachment to. So we're all about creating and nurturing relationships with our customers. And while we don't currently offer phone support, offering support through the mobile channel allows us to untether that experience from the computer.
So tell me a little bit about how you did that with mobile CX.
It was very easy. So we offer top FAQ, top answers, email, chat, and I actually rolled out the implementation myself. I am by no means
Give
an
Zoe
engineer.
a hand. He did it himself.
Thank you, thank you. It was actually extremely, very simple. Read a couple answers online and had it up and running in about an hour.
That's fantastic. So talk a little bit about the business value you've gotten from the mobile support you've delivered.
It's really all about retention. So we want to allow our customers to engage with us at any point during their creative process and really eliminate any creative roadblocks that may come up. So one of the great stories that I love about our mobile device, we had a pop-up store in New York City last November, and we had a woman that walked in, had never heard of us, had a couple questions, was very intrigued by our offering. She walked out, realized that she had a couple extra questions, fired up her iPhone, and actually began chatting with one of our agents to get a couple of those questions answered on her way down the street.
That's tremendous. Thanks for being with us, though. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, number 2 and 3 on our list is get on Facebook and tweet with your customers. We need to be where our customers are, and they're on these new social channels. And to tell us about Facebook is Stuart Kincannon on behalf of Compassion UK, who has a strong social use case. Hi, Stuart.
Hi, Greg.
Yeah, welcome. So tell me a little bit about the importance of social to Compassion UK's customer experience.
Well, firstly, social is another channel that Compassion want to use to reach out to their constituents. Compassion's not only about getting donations from their constituents, but also they want to build relationships so they can increase retention, increase acquisition, and social and Facebook are really important in that strategy. Second, the market research we did showed that Compassion supporters wanted to use Facebook as a channel to contact them. And finally, over the last year, they've been increasing their use strategy, and social is a key part of that.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about how Right Now CX for Facebook helps support this?
Sure. Prior to Right Now for Facebook, they had a Facebook page and they had to point their supporters to another channel of integration. They had to point them to the website, to chat, to email. Whereas now with CX for Facebook, they've got knowledge base, they've got ask a question, they've got help and support right there in Facebook where they are in their channel.
Great. And what kind of business value did you get from that implementation?
A couple of things. The first one is efficiency. It reduced the calls, it reduced emails, and people found the answer searching knowledge base on Facebook without having to contact any of the agents in the call center. And secondly, we actually found that there's an improved customer experience because people are happier because they can find what they want there on Facebook without having to go and look elsewhere.
Stuart, thanks so much for being here and telling us your story.
Your pleasure.
Okay. I encourage you to check out Compassion's Facebook page. It's a great cause, and if you're so called, I encourage you to donate. So number 4 on this list is create community. Husqvarna has been a long-time Right Now customer and runs our entire suite, including recently standing up a support community on the social experience platform. I'm very pleased to have Simon Howard, VP of IT at Husqvarna, to tell us about the community they've created.
Good morning, Greg.
Good to see you. Thank you. So why is community important to your customer experience?
Well, Greg, it's important for 3 primary reasons. One, we want to make sure we were where our customers are. We want to make sure we were delivering them information in the right scenario for them to consume it. The second is it had to reinforce our brand message. And the third is we want to manage costs effectively. And that's what it boils down to for us. We're a B2B customer. We're a B2B company. And our customers were primarily B2B, but we also see a burgeoning amount of knowledge required from our consumers. We want to make sure that our consumers had access to that without driving our costs through the roof.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about your support community?
Absolutely. Our support community is called Answer Army. We are trying to make sure that we crowdsource or use our consumers' information and knowledge to answer their own peers' questions. At the same time, we're also engaging our internal technical support personnel to make sure that we have oversight and validity, make sure nobody blows themselves up or chops off their hand with a chainsaw.
Well, I'm really thankful. I'm a Husqvarna client. I got a couple of chainsaws in my garage, and it's great to have Answer Army there for me. So tell me a little bit about the business value you've gotten.
So from a business value perspective, there are 2 different kinds. The soft kind, which is, as I mentioned, from a brand perspective, it's highly beneficial. The other side of that soft kind is we have more knowledge and visibility about what our consumers are seeing and using with our products, and we use that both in our R&D and in our technical support side. On the hard benefits side, we are seeing somewhere around a 20 to 25% reduction in calls during our soft rollout of the communities.
So it's helping you improve your products and cut costs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Simon, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah. So number 5 on the list was innovate. Use the capabilities in the Right Now platform to automate the processes specific to your business. I'm very excited to have Mike from Newell Rubbermaid tell us about how they innovated using the Right Now platform and our custom business objects functionality to extend the data model and build a unique process. Please welcome Mike Morris, IT project lead from Newell Rubbermaid.
Hi, Greg. How you doing today?
Excellent. So tell us about what you've done.
Well, we've used custom objects to create an RMA solution for our Solano brand. Our main requirements were to be able to allow consumers to submit their RMA requests through our website, and also for our repair agents to be able to process them more effectively on the back end. We created an RMA custom object in Right Now. We created the RMA custom fields that we would need to be able to collect the information from our consumers and our repair technicians. And we allowed the repair technicians to see the information submitted through the website because we're creating a contact record, an incident record, and an RMA record whenever a consumer submits the RMA form through the website. The repair technician has that information available to them. They're able to effectively process the repair, enter the information they need into the Right Now workspace, and get the repair back to the consumer.
Well, that sounds pretty sophisticated. What did it take to set that up, and who did the work?
Well, we did on the back end, and we also had our e-business team able to integrate with the website.
Uh-huh. Great. And how long did it take to set up?
Roughly about a week for the Right Now configuration. And we were able to have our e-business team. The integration with our website took a little longer than that, but pretty efficient process overall.
That's great. So what kind of business value did this deliver to your business?
Well, our consumers are now able to submit RMA requests to us 24/7 without having to be subject to the hours of the call center. They're also able to see their RMA status 24/7 also, pulled from Right Now into the website. The repair technicians have more valuable information available to them when they process the RMA, and they're also able to more easily record that information into Right Now through the workspace. The information that we get from the consumers and the repair technicians is all reportable through Right Now Analytics, and it really adds to the customer experience.
That's great. So what was it like working with the platform?
Well, to be honest, the custom objects really made this all possible. And it was so easy to set up, we were able to really do it on our own without any outside intervention. Before, it would have been a pro services engagement with your team, but now that it's built into the core functionality of the product, we were able to do it on our own pretty much.
Thanks so much for sharing your story with us.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay. Yep. Okay, number 6, is pull the plug on your legacy agent desktop. This is a critical item you must have in place as it's a foundation for the future. I'm very happy to have Dan Keller, System Support Manager at Nike, here with us today. Thanks for being with us, Dan.
Thanks, Greg.
So why is...
That's it. Come on, more.
So why is having a modern contact center solution important at Nike?
Well, you know, I think in the past it used to be okay to have a moderate change in speed, and really with the thick client, it's just really slow. But the consumer market is just so fast these days that we don't have the time to wait weeks on simple changes in a thick client. So, you know, we were just really happy to pull the plug on our thick client and get off and go to the CX platform.
That's great. And how was Right Now core in that whole transformation?
Well, Right Now it came in, and obviously they did the professional services for us. But, you know, looking back at it, it's pretty awesome because when we actually deployed the thick client, it was a fairly large effort, fairly large team. And the team that we had was like a small handful of professional services from Right Now, and we got it done within a few months per business unit versus a long time. You know, the other thing that, you know, and I look back at the project and how, you know, we made a lot of decisions, obviously. And one of the ones that sticks out to me the most was really about having a platform that allows us to do all of our channels in one. You know, the email, phone, chat, and the snail mail. And having Right Now, it really shined, I guess, in that the other, we could have upgraded our thick client, but still we would have had to have multiple systems doing all of that.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And talk a little bit about the business value it delivered for Nike.
Well, yeah, and so having everything on one platform is huge because when agents go from unit to unit, they don't have to relearn shortcuts, keys, and stuff. So the training really comes down. But also you have reporting too, and the reporting from one solution's great. And for me as a system support manager, when I'm looking for problems, I don't have to go troubleshoot different companies, different products. I can go to one place. So it's pretty awesome there.
Great. Dan, thank you so much for sharing your story
Appreciate
with us.
it.
Let's give it up for Nike and Dan Keller. And finally, the new number 7, understand and act on consumer intent. I'm happy to have Rob Zernick, Director of E-Development at KLM Airlines, all the way here from Amsterdam. We discussed earlier the importance of understanding consumer intent, and that's why I've added this to our list this year.
Hi, Greg.
Good to have you with us.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I've asked Rob to discuss his use case in a little more detail, but it's also a little bit of a cliffhanger because Rob's going to do a session tomorrow morning in this room and share the whole story with you. So I encourage you to be here for that. So Rob, just whet our appetite a little bit. What are you going to talk about?
Well, Greg, I'm very excited to share with you and the audience tomorrow the results we have achieved with really understanding the intent of our customers online, the question behind the question. And it helps us not only in giving the best service at that spot on that moment, but also it creates new opportunities for us for cross-selling and upselling. And well, I'm really excited about it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being here, Rob, and we'll look forward to your talk tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, terrific. Okay, and thank you to all these pioneers that were willing to share their progress with us. Let's give them all again another round of applause. So if you haven't taken action on these items yet, it's still the right place to start to begin to build a foundation for the future. As you need to get these foundational elements solidly in place, or you'll be challenged to keep up as consumer expectations continue to increase and the rate of change accelerates. We are your partners, and we're here to help you chart a course to the future of CX. The first step is this action list. Thank you for joining me today, and enjoy the conference.